Jimmy Lee Project was named. You don't hear much about the Jimmy Lee Project, but its intentions are good. It raises awareness and money for bipolar disorder, all because of Jimmy Lee.
Christina Boano was Jimmy Lee's fiancée back when her hair was blonde. Steve Zerke was Jimmy Lee's best friend. They met at Poland High School.
He was very outgoing. He was, the center of attention. Just real charismatic. And just one of the most intellectual juveniles you ever met. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Lee was born James Lee Grulke on a military base in Greece, though he lived most of his life in Poland. He loved the Miami Dolphins and the punk rock band Alkaline Trio.
He drank a lot, off and on through probably most of his teenage and adult life, drugs and alcohol.
Excessively?
Excessive alcohol, not necessarily every day, all day, but when it was bad, it was bad.
Christina and Jim met in December of 2009. By July, they were engaged and living together. They even cut an audition for the CMT reality series, Welcome to the Family.
Hi, I'm Jim.
I'm Christina.
Welcome to our home.
By August, just 8 months after meeting, Christina figured out that Jim was bipolar. It happened on a trip to Columbus to visit his mother.
He ended up in the middle of they live next to a cornfield, in the middle of a cornfield, kind of crouched down, like holding a knife to his stomach. And at the time, I really didn't think he was going to hurt himself.
From Columbus, Jim Grulke was sent directly to a mental hospital in Massillon and medicated. Christina says it helped. Steve wasn't so sure.
It wasn't until recently when, he started on this medication that we saw these mood swings and behavioral changes. I mean, I've known him for years, and it was...
So you did see the behavioral changes in the mood swings?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Jim quit drinking, then started again. Toward the end of February 2011, Christina says the irrational behavior also returned, which takes us to March 2nd.
It wasn't a fight. We had a fight earlier.
Jimmy left and then came back.
I saw how desperate he looked.
There was a gun in the house, and Christina tried removing it.
But when he saw what I was trying to do, he freaked out.
Jimmy locked Christina out of the house. She was outside when she heard the shot. Her first thought,
that he just shot the gun in the air.
The police came, got into the house, and confirmed the worst. Jim Grulke had committed suicide.
He shot himself in the chest in our house.
That's what made me believe it was just like a spur of the moment, decision to some imbalance, that made him make that hasty decision. Because, just 3 days prior, we were smiling, laughing,
Jim and Christina were supposed to be married on August the 13th. The wedding in Boardman Park, the reception at the B&O. The reception went on as planned, as a fundraiser for what has become the Jimmy Lee Project.
It's, I guess, a public charity for us to collect money to donate to a mental health organization of our choice.
$2,000 was raised at last summer's reception turned fundraiser. It was donated to Warren's Riverbend Center. Christina says another fundraiser is being planned for this summer, again on the date that they were to be married. Well, next in sports, round 2 for the YSU